what percentage of the overall family financial load do you want to have to be responsible for and carry for a lifetime?
0,
All right. So, how tall are you?
5'6".
Dress size?
Say again.
Dress size?
Dress small,
Mm-mm. 2, 4, 6, 8. What?
like 6,
Hmm. How much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
138.
All right. And of course, I'm going to ask if you had to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, just your face, fresh face out of the shower, no makeup, no hair extensions, anything, just your natural face. What would you give yourself on a scale from 0 to 10? And you cannot use 7.
I would say a 9.
Okay. So, in my scale, I give Beyonce, Pam Grier roughly 8, Kelly Rowland, Diane Carroll, women like they're 9. So you put yourself up there with Kelly Rowland, Diane Carroll, that kind of woman.
Yes.
All right. Um,
So I started dating a guy after the 6-month period that I took to just kind of get my mind together and everything.
the answer is yes
Um,
or no.
yes,
Uh,
but he wasn't. I didn't feel like he was. I think there's a difference between a guy that can buy you materialistic things and a guy that you can take serious and is going to like provide.
what percentage of men in this country earn $500,000 or more?
I'm not sure.
Guess.
Guess
Yeah.
30%.
30 to 40% of the men in this country make $500,000 a year.
I
Are
don't know.
you insane? What's the most money? How much is your boyfriend, which you have for 3 years? How much did he make?
Maybe like 200, 150.
What did he do for a living?
He owned a trucking company. He owned a few companies. I didn't really.
This woman checked all the boxes that Kevin says high-value men are looking for. She has experience with high-value men, and her ex made $150,000 to $200,000. If Kevin was really trying to help women, or help men for that matter, wouldn't he at least say to this woman that he knows high-value men who would love to meet her? He doesn't do any of that. Instead, he gets triggered because he can't find anything to degrade her on, and the Pookie-type behavior eventually comes out.
So, and him cheating on you, would you have been all right with that as long as he didn't have a baby?
Honestly, yes.
Well, you better be. Because, dear heart, if you're being serious, which I hopefully you're not, 1% of the men in this country make $500,000 or more. And do you care if he's black or not?
No, I don't care.
Would you date a man that's 45 or older?
Yes.
Would you marry a man who's 45 or older?
Yes.
Okay, so you're just going straight for the bag. Fine. Fine, but what do these men want from a woman? What do men who are making $500,000 a year or more want from a woman?
I would say good looks, a woman that probably listens, is appreciative, takes care of home.
Can you cook?
I can.
How many recipes do you have in your recipe book?
Honestly, I can make.
How many recipes do you have in your recipe book?
Wait, what? Recipe book? Nobody writes down recipes in a book. We all know that Kevin doesn't like the mentality of modern women. But this isn't the 1950s. She said she can cook. What does he mean, recipe book? At this point, Kevin can't find one thing negative to say about this woman, and that upsets him. But why?
I don't have any recipes written down.
Oh, okay. So you have none, zero. So basically, you want him $500,000 a year man, and you're just gonna be cute. Listen,
I can cook though.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, ma'am. The chances of you finding a man that making that kind of money in Pittsburgh is slim to none.
But I'm moving
Where you planning on moving to?
to Houston.
The finesse capital of the world. Oh, here's what's in your future. 500,000. I mean, no. I mean, I'm serious. I'm trying to be like lighthearted because they're 26 years old. You say $500,000 a year like it's no big deal. What does the man have to? What are some professions that a man would have to make a $500,000 a year?
Okay, maybe I said too high.
That's roughly what it would take because for 3 kids it would be $350. You're talking about $400,000 or more, and the chances of you getting that 72% of mothers in this country work full or part time. Young lady, you're gonna work.
Wait a minute. But Kevin's whole spiel is that men don't care about a woman's income. Is his message changing now? She came with everything, and she even said she would move to an area where the high-value men are. Instead of praising her for being willing to compete and do what it takes to get the high-value man, he laughs at her. What kind of advice is that? She's the right age, the right size, the right attitude. She's had experience with high-value men before. Isn't he in the business of helping women get a high-value man?
Where'd this come from? Where'd that come from?
Me knowing what I want to
I
be
don't
a
give a shit
homemaker.
about knowing what you want. It's what you can get. Were you raised with your father?
Yes, my parents are married.
All right. And what does your mother do for a living?
She's a nurse. She's an RN.
Right. Your mother fucking work. Because she has an average man. But then they made this young woman who thinks she should get 10 times what her dad gets. Where'd that come from? A man like your dad ain't good enough for you?
Financially or just in general?
Yes, financially. A man like your
No.
father, huh?
Financially, no.
So all this time, Kevin's advice to women is if you want a high-value man, these are the things you need to come with. So why is he telling this woman who has all the goods that she has no right to ask for a high-value man? What difference does it make where her idea came from? She knows what she wants, and she's qualified to get it. What does her father's income have to do with anything? By this argument, if her dad worked at a fast food restaurant making minimum wage, that's what she should aspire to want in her life. This makes no sense, but that's all he had to work with.
Wait a minute, hold on. I need to be clear on what I think I just heard. A man like your father is not financially good enough for you.
No.
Who the fuck do you think you are?
When Kevin isn't able to degrade and shame a woman on her attributes, he resorts to name-calling and profanity. What kind of man is this? Why does it upset him when he has beautiful, feminine women on his panel? Kevin isn't trying to help anybody get together. If he was, this would have been the perfect opportunity for him to show at least one success story. But he failed, and it's just another example that he doesn't like black women. Is Kevin really trying to help anybody get together? Or is this just entertainment for men? Cursing her out and hanging up on her.